Hello children, today we are going to continue with the chapter conservation of plants and animals. Okay, so far we have covered with deforestation and its causes, consequences of deforestation and with the basic introduction to this chapter. And today we are going to continue with conservation of forest and wildlife. So this we are going to continue today. Okay, so let us start with conservation of forest. Isn't it? So far we have learned with deforestation ಆದರೆ ಏನೇನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಲೈಕ್ ಕಟಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ಟ್ರೀಸ್ ಅದು ಏನೇನಕ್ಕೆ ಲೀಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಏನೇನು ಕಾಸಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಲರ್ನ್ಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಬಂದರೆ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಸೊ ಗುಡ್ ಇಸಂಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಸೊ ಇನ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಟು ಓವರ್ಕಮ್ ದಿಸ್ ವಿ ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಕನ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಇಸಂಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಸೊ ಟು ಕನ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೋನ್ ಟು ಲರ್ನ್ ವಿತ್ ಕನ್ಸರ್ವೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಸೊ ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟೆಡ್. So conservation of forest means as forest may play an important role, we already know this. Therefore, to maintain ecological equilibrium in environment, there is an immediate need to conserve it. So ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ecological equilibrium in environment. So in order to maintain this, we need to take a immediate need to conserve forest. So we have some different ways of conserving forest. Before that, let's have conservation of forest. To save forest and animals, we need to conserve that, isn't it? We need to conserve in order to save forest and animals. So that we are going to study here, which is a natural treasure. Okay, it is a natural treasure that we need to conserve forest. They play an important role. Isn't it? They play an important role in our lives. So, and we need to maintain the balance of conserving forest. There's lots and lots of deforestation taking place. Alva. Others too, ಇವಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ they people around are cutting out trees. So what this leads to? This leads to deforestation. When deforestation takes place, ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ನಮಗೆ ಅದನ್ನ ತಡೆ ಹಿಡಿಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ we need to conserve. So in order to conserve this, we need to overcome that to conserve that forest. Okay, let's study in different forms. So the different ways of conserving forest we have. So in different ways of conserving forest, we have the very first point, that is reforestation, then preventing forest fires, then grazing in forest to be controlled. These are three ways of conserving forest. There are even many ways that can be taken. The measures can be taken to overcome the deforestation. Whereas I have got with the basic information as given in textbook. So it is reforestation, preventing forest fires, then grazing in forest is to be controlled. Let us have first about the reforestation. It means that process of restoring and recreating areas of forest. We have learnt about deforestation, isn't it? Deforestation andreno removal of forest, whereas reforestation andre restoring and recreating areas of forest. So what we do in this cases, we will recreate. Okay, we will plant again the trees so that, or else we can avoid with deforestation and we can restore and recreate the areas of forest. ಮತ್ತೆ ನಾವು forest deforestation ಆಗೋದನ್ನ ತಡೆ ಹಿಡಿಯೋಕ್ಕೆ we can help with the reforestation. So it means that the process of restoring and recreating areas of forest. So for example, if we have forest here, okay, so instead of cutting forest, we can recreate. Okay, ಕಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ದೇನೆ ಅಥವಾ ಮತ್ತೆ ಗಿಡ ಬೆಳೆಸೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಅವ್ರ ಮರಗಳನ್ನ ಬೆಳೆಸೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್ನ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಕನ್ಸರ್ವ್. ಓಕೆ, ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಡೂ ದ ಡಿಫಾರೆಸ್ಟೇಷನ್, ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಟ್ರೈ ಟು reforest. So reforestation means this. And then we have preventing forest fires. Forest fires means ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಕಾಡಿಗೆ ಬೆಂಕಿ ಹತ್ತಿಬಿಡುತ್ತಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ, ಕಾಡಿಗೆ ಬೆಂಕಿ ಹತ್ತೋದನ್ನ ತಡೆ ಹಿಡಿಬೋದು. ಓಕೆ, ಇನ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಟು ಓವರ್ಕಮ್ or to conserve the forests, we should take special precautions. ಓಕೆ, ಇವಾಗ ಸೇ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ನಾವು ಜ್ವರ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ವಿ ಟೇಕ್ ಟ್ಯಾಬ್ಲೆಟ್ಸ್, ಇಸಂಟ್ ಇಟ್? ದಟ್ಸ್ ದ ಪ್ರಿಕಾಷನರಿ ಮೆಷರ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, so similarly we need to take special precautions to make sure that forests are not carelessly ignited. ಸೊ ಇವಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಕೆಲವೊಂದೊಂದು ಸತಿ ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು ಹೈ ಟೆಂಪ್ರೇಚರ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಇಟ್ ಮೇ ಗೆಟ್ ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಫೈರ್ಸ್, ಬೆಂಕಿ ಹತ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡ್ಬೋದು. ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದರೆ ಯಾರಾದರೂ ಈ ಥರ ಕೆಲವ್ರು ಜನ ಇರ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರುಗಳು ಹೋಗಿ ಬೆಂಕಿ ಹಚ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಇನ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಟು ಓವರ್ಕಮ್ ದಿಸ್ ವಿ ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಟೇಕ್ ಸಮ್ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಪ್ರಿಕಾಷನರೀಸ್, ಓಕೆ, in order to prevent forest fires, as it is threaten people and kill wildlife and also destroys forest. So what happens, ನಾವು ಇದನ್ನು ನೀಟಾಗಿ ಪ್ರಿಕಾಷನರಿ ಮೆಷರ್ಸ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಥ್ರೆಟನ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಇನ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್, ಅದೇ ಮತ್ತು ಇಟ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಟು ಅಸ್, ಇಟ್ ಥ್ರೆಟನ್ ಅಸ್, ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನಾಟ್ ಬ್ರೀತ್, ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನಾಟ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಫುಡ್, ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ಸ್. So it even kills the wildlife, whatever the animals are present in forest. So those animals get destroyed. It kills the wildlife. Okay, if you guys have seen the movie that is Jungle Book ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾರೆ, ಸೊ ವೇರ್ ರಿಫಾರೆಸ್ಟೇಷನ್ ಟೇಕ್ಸ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ರಿಫಾರೆಸ್ಟೇಷನ್ ಆಗಿಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇನ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಟು ಓವರ್ಕಮ್ ದಿಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ದ ಡೆಸ್ಟ್ರಾಯ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್ ವಿ ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಪ್ರಿವೆಂಟ್ ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಫೈರ್ಸ್. And then we have grazing in forest is to be controlled. Okay, what is this grazing? Grazing andre eno? Grazing means it is the grass area, grassland we can call it as. Grassland or grass area means grazing in forest to be controlled. So how can it can be controlled? Grazing control can actually prevent soil erosion. Okay, ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಗ್ರೇಸಿಂಗ್ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ that can actually prevent soil erosion, which can again essential as we know the top layer is fertile, isn't it? The top layer will be fertile as well as habitat for various organisms. So ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Let's study this in detail. So how can we study this in detail? Let's take this as land. Okay, assume this as land area. So the top layer, we have different layers in soil, isn't it? Top layer, middle layer, and there are so many layers in soil. And we are going to study the grazing means the top layer, where top layer will be, this is the top layer, where top layer will be fertile. Okay, hasiyagi irutte. So fertile means where we can grow, where we'll get nutrients will be there in top layer, and humus soil will be there. Humus means we have studied in first chapter, humus will be there. Fertile, where from that we'll get nutrients and humus will be there on top layer. So from this plants where they grow easily, so from top layer in the what happens, the plants gets grown easily, very easily. When top layer is removed, so what happens when this top layer enida, when this top layer is removed ankonana, okay, when top layer is removed means, so what happens, it leads to soil erosion. Okay, so in order to overcome this we have to stop grazing. Okay, top layer na tadegettakoskara what we need to do, we need to stop grazing so that top layer remove agre soil erosions ಆಗೋ chances irutte. So it is very important to conserve forest. Okay, so we need to conserve forest. Here you can see different ways of conserving forest. Grazing is the forest to be controlled. We need to control this with the different forms. So this can be conserved. Deforestation ಆದರೆ ಏನೇನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿತ್ತು. ಸೊ ಇವಾಗ ಕನ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನೇನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯಿತು. Let's study in order with a detail with wildlife. Okay, so wildlife means it represents all non-domesticated animals. We know that which are domesticated animals and which are non-domestic animals, in which we have studied in first standard of our class. Okay, so it represents all non-domesticated animals living in their natural habitat. Okay, natural habitat alli iruvanthadke we take it as wildlife. So let's take it as, where do ducks live? Ducks live in their habitat. Ducks the habitat ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ, that live in water. Let's write it as water as H2O. Okay, H2O. So ducks, the habitat is water. Similarly, let's take birds. So the bird's habitat is to fly in air. Fly in air. This is, or they can even survive on trees, etc. Okay, whereas majorly it will fly habitat. And then we have elephants. Let's take the elephants. So elephant habitat means where they live in forest. Okay, they live in forest. So in order to all this habitats, it represents all domesticated animals living in their natural habitat. So with increase in population number, namge population day by day it's increasing, isn't it? In our environment as well as in our world, day by day the population is increasing in number, and also leading to increase in demand for using land. So ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, population ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಂಗೆ ನಾವುಗಳು ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡನ್ನು ತೊಗೊಳಕ್ಕೆ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. Okay, for various purposes. It may be to construct homes, or it may be to construct factories, to build on many various purposes. So this may increase. The habitats of many organisms ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ, the habitats of many organisms are being destroyed. So now ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ increase in population ಆದ ತಕ್ಷಣ increase in demand of purchasing land for various purposes. So what that lead the habitats of many organisms or animals for being destroyed. So ಅವರಿಗೆಲ್ಲ animalsಗೆ ಆಗಲಿ organismsಗೆ ಆಗಲಿ ಮನೆನ ಕಳ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. So that is causing a serious threat to wildlife. So that will be a serious threat to wildlife. So when wildlife doesn't have house to live, what they do, they come to the place where we live. So when they come to the places where we live, what happens, ನಮ್ಮನ್ನ wildlife ಏನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ತಿನ್ಕೊಂಬಿಡೋ ಚಾನ್ಸಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ in TVs you might have gone through, ಚಿರತೆ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡ್ತು, ಸಿಂಹ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡ್ತು, ಎಲಿಫೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡ್ತು. So this is due to the wildlife. Okay, with increase in population, so this takes place. And then we have the causes of depletion of wildlife. Then we have the causes of depletion of wildlife. In that we have habitat loss, then we have climate changes, then we have pesticides and toxic chemicals, then we have hunting and poaching, and the next one we have the natural phenomena and pollution. The major causes pollution. So causes of depletion of wildlife ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನೇನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ habitat loss ಆಗೋ ಚಾನ್ಸಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. It may leads to climatic changes, and it may leads to pesticides and toxic chemicals. When toxic chemicals are used, so it may leads to the depletion of wildlife. Then hunting and poaching. Okay, where in forest area they do huntings. Okay, and even that causes to depletion of wildlife. And then we have natural phenomenon, and lastly we have the pollution. Let's study all these things in detail in the next part. Okay, so I hope you children have understood with the conservation of forest, different ways of conservation of forest, and then with the wildlife ಇಂದ ಏನೇನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅವ್ರದ್ದು habitats ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ what may cause, what may not cause, that we have gone through. And next we are gonna study in detail with the causes of depletion of life. Okay, so I want you children to write this diagram. Okay, I want you children to write this diagram in your classwork book. Okay, draw a neat labeled diagram with and label these parts. I want you children to complete this table. Okay, study the chapter once and then complete this table. Thank you.